My dear students, आप लोगों ने जो क्वेरी रेज की that is related to the oligopoly market, that is the most important for the main examination. The several theories have been given by the different economists, but we have to study one by one. Firstly, we are going to discuss on the king demand curve theory, which was developed by Professor Paul Sweezy. King demand curve theory. विकुंचित मांग वक्र सिद्धांत रिलेटेड टू द ओलिगोपोली मार्केट, अल्पाधिकार बाजार से संबंधित है. It was developed by Paul Sweezy. Now we have value to x and y, so output on the horizontal line and price on vertical line. Initially we have from the average revenue curve, which is also known as demand curve. Now, this theory has a unique type of demand curve, which is neither in straight line form nor in curve form. आप देख रहे होंगे, ना ये सीधी रेखा के रूप में है और ना ये curve form में है. Because it is a kinked, it takes sharp turn at the specific point, which is also considered as the equilibrium. Therefore, this curve is known as the kinked demand curve. ये विकुंचित हो जाता है, just like also at the point E, it has been ये विकुंचित हो गया, it has been kinked at the point E. This point is also known as the equilibrium where again we have the mainly two types of segments of this demand curve. Under the first portion, it has the higher elasticity because it is the less sloped. But the last segment having the higher slope, therefore it is having the less elasticity. मान की लोच लास्ट पोर्शन में कम है और फर्स्ट सेगमेंट में अधिक है. Right? Now, what is the price at equilibrium? To draw the mainly one vertical line on y-axis, so we find the prices OP because we have found the OP price and how much quantity is being supplied, that is OM. OM quantity is being supplied by this firm at the price of OP. अब ये क्वेश्चन एक उठता है यहाँ पर कि इस फर्म का व्यवहार और इसकी स्ट्रेटजी कैसी होगी. अगर ये प्राइस को घटाए तो इसका इम्पैक्ट क्या होगा, अगर ये प्राइस को बढ़ाती है तो क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा. तो मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा कि दिस फर्म हैज़ टू स्टिक अलॉन्ग विद द पर्टिकुलर प्राइस विच हैज़ बीन डिसाइडेड एट द इक्विलिब्रियम, कि जो इक्विलिब्रियम पे डिसाइड की गई उस पर स्टिक, उसी पे मेंटेन करना पड़ता है, इसको सप्लाई करनी पड़ती है. जैसे ओपी प्राइस डिसाइड होगी इसी प्राइस पे बेचना होगा. अगर इस प्राइस को डिक्रीज करती है तो भी इसका कोई एक्सपेक्टेशन उसकी फुलफिल नहीं होगी, अगर इंक्रीज करेगी तो भी एक्सपेक्टेशन फुलफिल नहीं होगी. दोनों कंडीशन में इसको कोई बेनिफिट्स नहीं है. क्यों नहीं है? सपोज दैट दिस फर्म इज गोइंग टू डिक्रीज द प्राइस. अगर ये प्राइस को कम करती है तो आप देखिए इसका इंपैक्ट क्या होता है. प्राइस डिक्रीज करने से इसका जो इंपैक्ट है क्या इम्पैक्ट है, we find the nominal increase or marginal increase in quantity, that is OM1 from OM. What is the increase? That is MM1. But what is the reduction in price? The reduction in price is shown as PP1. Here PP1 is greater than MM1. You can observe here the PP1 is greater than MM1. Why? What's the reason behind it? Because it has to face the lower elastic demand curve. क्यों ऐसा हुआ कि प्राइस घटाया तो इसकी डिमांड बहुत बढ़ जानी चाहिए, but here the quantity is not going to increase substantially. What's the reason? Because at a decrease in the price by this firm, then other firms also go to follow its behavior. अगर प्राइस को हटाती है तो अन्य फर्में भी इसके व्यवहार को फॉलो करती हैं। तो क्या होगा कि on account of reduction in its price, the customers, outer customers have not attracted on account of decrease in price. Therefore, the only nominal or marginal increase in quantity supplied has taken place. इसीलिए थोड़ी सी मात्रा बढ़ी है, लेकिन वास्तव सोचा बहुत बढ़ जाएगी, ऐसा नहीं हुआ। इसीलिए कोई विशेष फायदा नहीं हुआ इसको प्राइस डिक्रीज करने से। Now, let us move toward the next condition. On the other hand, suppose that this firm is going to increase the price. Then, this firm has to face the higher elastic demand curve. Now, this firm is going to increase the price to OP2 from OP से बढ़ाकर OP2 कर दिया। तो इसका इम्पैक्ट क्या देख रहे हैं? He has to face the upper segment of this demand curve. तो what is impact on the demand? Demand देखिए बहुत कम हो गई। Now, the quantity demanded has gone down substantially. बहुत मात्रा में, काफी मात्रा में कम हो गई। एक्सपेक्टेशन थी प्राइस बढ़ा देंगे तो हमारा जो डिमांड है कम नहीं होगा, कोई विशेष कम नहीं होगा, तो प्रॉफिट मार्जिन हमारा बहुत बढ़ जाएगा। बट दिस एक्सपेक्टेशन हैज नॉट बीन फुलफिल्ड because on account of increase in price, the quantity demanded has gone down substantially, due to which its expectation has not been fulfilled. So in this way we can say that there is no any benefit either to increase or decrease in price. This firm has to stick at the same price, that is OP. इसे OP price पर ही supply करना होगा, right? Now you can also observe the price rigidity in this diagram. So now we have shown in the second panel, panel B. So the output on the x-axis and price and y-axis. Draw the same average revenue curve, which is also termed as the demand curve. Initially, the marginal revenue curve slopes as per the first portion, the first segment of the demand curve declines, but as soon as it reaches in front of this equilibrium point, then marginal revenue curve goes to steep fall. It means खड़ी रेखा के रूप में हो जाता है। Steep fall, it has the steep fall. एक खड़ी रेखा के रूप में हो जाता है, just like vertical and straight line form. Steep fall, we find the steep fall. What's the reason for being a steep fall? Its main reason is it has been kinked in front of it at this level. It has been, the average revenue curve has been kinked. It has changed its slope and direction sharply. Therefore, it has been in steep fall form. इसीलिए एक खड़ी रेखा के रूप में हो गया. It has taken the steep fall. Later on, it will go as per the last segment of the demand curve. It is the marginal revenue curve. Now, what is the quantity? Just like the same quantity OM. What is the price? That is OM. Equilibrium point. We are going to decide the equilibrium point. Then we have to draw the AC curve and MC curve. The MC curve always intersect the lowest point of MC. So now here equilibrium has taken place at the point H. If there is the nominal change in the AC and MC, so then there will not be change in the equilibrium level, because equilibrium will be take place at the same position at the point E. However, there is a nominal change in the AC and MC. Suppose that there is a nominal increase in AC and MC, then equilibrium point will take place between these 2 points, which are shown as N and L. Now here they can never go out of this range. For example, we have drawn the higher AC, that is AC1, then equilibrium has taken place, equilibrium point has been changed now to H1 from H, but the new equilibrium is also taking place between N and L. N L से बाहर नहीं हो सकता है. So now here the price is remaining same, that is OP. The price has not been changed. The equilibrium points are changing between these ranges are points, right? Under this range we are, the equilibrium points are going to change, but the price remaining same. तो कीमत में कोई चेंज नहीं है. So therefore we can say the firm has to stick along with the price, that is the OP. Now we have justified the price rigidity. इसको price rigidity कहा जाता है. Price rigidity means इस कीमत से ना तो कम पे बेचेगा ना अधिक में बेचने से कोई फायदा है, ना घटाएगा ना बढ़ाएगा. Now we have justified the oligopoly theory and that is which was developed by the Professor Paul Sweezy, that is the king demand curve theory. Now we shall discuss about the next theory in the next